Hare Krishna, Gaur Hari. Any question? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol.
There's no question that it could be answered.
Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Tattinukampang susamikhamano Panyano ivatmukutam vipakam Hrisvag vapuvir vidadan namaste Vivekajo mukti padi sadayo. Full-fledged theism requires us to change our angle of vision in this life. Those that are not fully adjusted. For the fullest adjustment, we are it is just required for my best interest. Best interest. I am put into test, and that is not meaningless, that is meaningful. It is where we are living, it is not an inanimate environment, but animate and fully conscious. Not only conscious, but sympathetic. So, it is the burden on our shoulder that for my best benefit I shall have to adjust with the present circumstance as thinking it as divine arrangement. Divine. So, we must collect sufficient courage and goodwill to meet the environment. That is the highest key to the successful life of the highest order. So, whatever comes, it is all for the best. And I must learn how to deal with such circumstance. We should learn to consider the environment as a whole, as a whole, not as a part, as a whole. And there must be supremacy of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Lord, with all his paraphernalia. The help necessary for me will come from the surface, which seems to be non-sympathetic apparently. That in the case of every devotees when they are put to trial, their peace was dealt in such a way, such a way, optimistic. Optimism is our goal, and we must try to bring, to draw within our own self the optimistic attitude to meet the optimistic outside. Then we can attain complete liberation from the hands of miscalculation. Maya means miscalculation. Optimism for optimism. Environment there must be good under the guidance of the Absolute. And I must also meet with same attitude, optimism. From my part, no pessimism should be encouraged. Tattin pampang susanukkamam bhunyano eva atmukutang vipakam. Whatever undesirability we find within me, that is due to my previous maladjusted activity. And this is the policy by which we can finish the undesirability within us. By non-encouraging that element, which cannot make me, cannot help me in the adjustment with the circumstance. That element must not be encouraged in me. So, Atmakritam Vipakam, that should be considered the action, the result of my previous undesirable activity. So, the remnant must vanish as soon as possible. The best way is to discourage that anomaly within me that cannot make me adjust with the most trying circumstances. What if a general endowed with special capacity, he can devise ways and means. If he is surrounded by the enemy forces in any overwhelming way, he can make out the way for his own. There lies the speciality in the general. So, this way, however we are surrounded, we think, by the enemy force, the tactics given, the lesson given by Bhagavad, be friendly, be friendly. And then you will find that some immediate Real help is coming to you. To you. Don't be discouraged. Tattinu kampang susamikkamano. Because your sacrifice won't be wasted. The Suridam Sarvabhutanam Gattamang Shantamicchati. The final dispenser is my friend. The final decision is in whose hand? He is my friend. So I should not be afraid of anything. Go with the sense of my duty. Duty consciousness. Concentrate ourselves in duty consciousness. Karmanni vadikalasti. Concentrate your whole energy to understand and to perform your duty. That is expected in you. And that will be your best into success of life. And it is universal, not only for you, for everyone. It is so. Concentrate your whole. Concentrate wholly. Only what is to understand what is your duty and what is necessary to do your duty. Within that limit, you keep yourself and do it to your best capacity and understanding. That is what is required of you. And the rest on me, the Lord says. The rest is with me. And I am friendly to all. I am not threat to anybody. So you may have reliance on me and go on with your duty consciousness. A great advice, a general advice. Hope to the hopeless, courage to the afraid. This is very nectar of life. Tattin kampang susamikkaman gunyamai vatmakadu. Ridibag baku bhir viradhan namaste vivetu. Mukti padi sudhaya. Very soon you will find that you are not surrounded by your enemies. You are liberated. Act in the living present with heart within and the God overhead. And that is bhakti. We want to get bhakti. We have come out to acquire devotion, to the faithfulness, to acquire faith, faithful soldiers of the Almighty, of the absolute authority. The faith is our life, faith is everything. Faith in Him, that is everything to us. Go on. Go on. We want Him only, and nothing else. No compromise. No compromise only with Him. Not any other proposal that may tempt me to some other direction, but wholesome faith towards Him. And out of that consciousness, what sense of duty will come within me, on my part, I must discharge that. The rest on Him. rest on my guardian, and I am to perform my duty. As I can understand, that this is the desire of my guardian. This way. So we are soldiers for eternity, we may say. Die to live, soldiers in eternity, eternal life. Particular circumstances may face us, but we need not allow us to be tempted by any particular good result. Eternal principle we must follow. What we have got from my Gurudev, from Mahaprabhu Bhagavatam, that Krishna consciousness, that is not any partial truth, not any the times are big, necessity, but we are eternally wedded to that. This is once for all we have given us to the universal truth, and we shall go on. We shall go on by the call that we hear from Bhagavatam, from Mahaprabhu, from Gurudev, march on. Only one road and the one slogan for Krishna's prayer. For the satisfaction of Krishna, we are out to do anything and everything. One slogan, Krishna Santosh, satisfaction of Krishna, the absolute Lord, absolute Master, the absolute good, what we are given to understand. We are just accordingly in the road. I may ask me whether it will lead me towards that road. So I sincerely ask to me, and what answer I shall get, I shall do that. I won't be betrayer to my own dictation of my own conscience spiritual. That will be our path. We may not be betrayer to our spiritual conscience, according to our own standard, own capacity, own stage. This would be the general way. And neha vikrona swasti pattavayu navidyati sarpamapasya dharmasya trayati mahatu bhaya. The danger will disperse. Hare Krishna, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Taste should be there to indicate my progress, so it will not be cowed down. I may ask my own conscience what to do, and whatever I shall find in my inner voice, sincere vision, Rahi Kalyan Kaschid Dukatim Tatal. The assurance is given there. So we have to adjust according to our capacity and understanding. So we may not have to mourn that I neglected my inner voice and I have come here. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. The Milton says, doth God exact day labor light denied? He such injustice may remain with God. he wants labor that can be done only in daytime. When Milton was blind, in his sonnet, we read it, that doth God exact day labor light denied. So he is so much unjust that he demands labor from me which can be done only in daytime with light. And he will ask me to do in darkness what can be done only in day, with light, with the help of light. So no injustice of such order can remain with him. So as much light given to me, with the help of that light, how much I can see, I shall do that. Not more than that may be required of me. That is necessary for me, for the present. So no possibility of injustice from his side. Perhaps we have to dive deep into our heart to inquire what is my inner necessity. In such circumstances, what should be my duty to enlighten me about my own duty? Perhaps such hazy circumstances sometimes come to surround us. Gaur Hari Bol. The fate will help us to come out in flying color under any eventuality. In this infinite universe, only faith to him that can save us. The highest intelligence will only take us to that sort of understanding. Otherwise we are lost. However big, it is only an infinitesimal part of the whole. So one cannot be proud of his magnitude. However greater it may seem, but it's only a negligent part in the universe. So between small and big, there is not much difference. Only those that depend on the whole, they are gainers. They are gainers. Otherwise, big and small, the difference is very small. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Take refuge to the highest authority. That is to keep faith in his dispensation. That is that is the best policy recommended by Bhagavatam. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Vivadarshan tutasasya tattva tattva jagadguru bhavatu darshanam jatta tapunat bhavadarshanam. Kunti Devi inviting dangerous position so that only in danger we can collect our attention to the highest degree to search for the answer, for search for him who can give relief to us. We can concentrate. We are compelled to concentrate our intelligence the most when we are in danger. So Kunti Devi says, the danger is my friend. So I want danger. I welcome danger. Where helplessly I am to approach to Krishna with the highest possible attention. So I have calculated and I have seen, it is finished. that danger is my friend because I can be best attentive to to pray for the help of Krishna. So the deeper vision of the circumstances, they are coming to help us in our position. The danger is no danger if we have faith in Him whose forgetfulness is only danger and nothing, no danger. We admit no danger but the forgetfulness of Krishna. That is only danger. That's Maya. Maya is only danger, forgetfulness of Krishna. Forgetfulness of our guardian, our well-wisher guardian. That is danger. No other danger we should admit. So whatever will encourage me to be nearer to my guardian, that is my friend. That is my friend. We shall try to understand this line of help and understanding. Krishna, only Krishna is our friend and non-Krishna is our danger. Yeah. And not the simplicity, but not diplomacy can give us Krishna. Saral hoile gorar sikha bujhiya nahi. What is necessary? That our sincere hankering and not diplomatic. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Hridai Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari. Hridai Gaur Hari Bol. Krishnanusandham, Mahaprabhu said, Brahma Jigyasa and Krishnanusandham. The whole attempt should resolve into this general current. All current of inquisitiveness will come into one flow, and that is Krishnanusandham. The quest, the search for Krishna. Search for Krishna, that is only one can be in whatever form we may do it. Search for Krishna. And sincerity in the search is the best qualification. Nothing else. Must be true to our own self, our own search, whether I am after something else, non-Krishna or Krishna. We must ask clearly, and according to the answer we shall move. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Nidai Gaur Hari Bol, Nidai Gaur Hari Bol, Nidai Gaur Hari Bol. Krishnanusandham. Krishnanusandham. Kaha Krishna? Prananath Brajendra Nandan. Kaha jaun, kaha paun, murali vadan. Kaha Krishna? Where is my Lord of heart? Where is my Lord of heart? Kaha Krishna? Prananath, who can satisfy the quench of this, you can quench the thirst of my innermost heart, Ramanath, and who can supply the vitality which is losing, fighting with the circumstances. Brajendra Nandan, kahan jaun? And he is Brajendra Nandan, no other conception of Godhead, but the sustainer of life, supplier of vitality. Who can strengthen my heart, my existence. Prananath Brajendra Nandan, Brajendra Nandan Krishna, not in any other form. Brajendra Nandan, divine love dealer. That is his nature. That is his nature. He is dealing with love, divine, prem, attraction, charm, beauty, Brajendra Nandan. Kahan jaun, kahan paun, murali padam. And he has got his flute, divine, which the tune of which, the sound of which is always trying to adjust us, to call us to attain our respective duties, helps us to guide us to the respective service, the flute, the sound encouraging everyone to take possession of his natural service, that is self-determination. The cause is helping self-determination, giving the proper adjustment in everyone's own respective duty, the tune, the sound. Brajendra Nandan, kahan jaun, kahan pao, murali padam. A loving and affectionate call to attend our respective duty in the adjusted infinity. We want Mahaprabhu showed the way, come in this way. Always be eager, always be eager to catch the suggestion of his flute, from the sound of his flute, where to join your duty, where to join your duty in general or to particular time and place. The guidance will come from his flute. And the sweet flute, the sweet sound of his flute, not forced one, not forced one, but the sweet sound, a sweet call will encourage you to attain your own respective duty. I want that master, Brajendra Nandan. I am searching for him. Mahaprabhu went on the way, advanced himself, and told us all to follow him. Follow him. Kaha Krishna Pranamath, he is master of my life. Brajendra Nandan, kaha jao, kaha pao, mujodi balo. The general call. The general sound of the flute of Krishna is such, and we have to listen to that and begin our journey towards infinite domain of love. We are all come out of our own respective caves of different type. We joined in a procession as if leading towards Vrindavan. A procession towards Vrindavan. So many of us want to go. That domain of love. The land of our dream. Dream. Do or die. If I get that, it is all right. Does not go. What is the benefit of life? So we are out. Sabbadharman parityajya mamekam saranam. Mamekam saranam braja, not gaccha. The hint is there. There is a particular type of ornamental suggestion. Sabbadharman parityajya, I am going to issue such an order. But where is the goal? It is that braja, nowhere else. Nowhere such Sarvadharman Parityajya. It is only found in braja. That is where, without caring for the laws and the society and so many years and years, absolutely given to my cause, their whole fate, the whole fortune given to me. At stake. Only in Vrindavan, Braja, you can find that and nowhere else. Mamekam saranam braja. Aham dang sarvapati bhu mukshayishyami mahasvicha. Ultimately you will see that you will absorb all mahasvicha. No room of any repentance you will have. You will be able to realize. No offer will be higher in this whole world. You will be able to feel that. Rasapasya param drishta nivastati. No temptation can snatch you from that level of life. It is such. Aham tang vakharishyami mahasucha. Gaur Hari, Gaur Hari. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Nidai Gaur Hari Bol, Nidai Gaur. यारे देखो तारे कहो कृष्ण उपदेश আমার আজ্ঞায় গুরু হইয়া তার এই দেশ. The campaign was of such universal character that no condition was attached to that. Such wide and universal. The call was of such nature. It is not
Jet fighter.
fighter.
Jet fighter, yes.
Jet fighter. They are busy to show next show. That we have got jet fighters. There is a Sanskrit poetry, Bheku Dhavati. The frog is jumping. Tancha Dhavati Phani. Then a serpent is pursuing that frog. Phani Shiki ki Phani Dhavati. Then one peacock, he is running after the serpent. And then peacock's Badhu Dhavati. Then one hunter, he is also following the peacock to catch him. Then the Baghu Dhavati, then one tiger, he is also running after the hunter. In this way, then Kalu Dhavati, the time is following all them all to devour. Kal, Mahakal, represented by Shiva. Shiva, Mahakal, factor of time and space. We are accustomed to think in terms of time and space, Desh-kal, space of time. Yes, because we do not know what is eternity. The soul is a member of the soil which is eternal. And then deviated conception of the soul, that is member of this mundane time and space, ahankara. Ahankara, panchatanmatra, all this. Our consciousness focused outside, outside in this material world. But our real soil of life, living in the realm of soul, we have to withdraw from the negative side of mortal aspect of our thought. If we can withdraw from it to our own self, Atmaram, Atmaramastamnayu, Nirganthayo Purukkame. What is necessary to withdraw from the negative conception of our own representation, identity. This is partial. This is negative side. This is mukti. Indriyani parindriye param mano manusastu para buddhi. Buddhi japaratastusha. Buddhi atma mahan para. Masked so much in the negative life. Like to withdraw our identification, our self-consciousness to the plane of soul and then try to march on the positive side. Paramatma, super-subjective area. Super-subjective area from the standpoint of consciousness, super-subjective. But super-love from the standpoint, super-sympathy, where they all like and love one another and tries to be useful to one another. Here, everyone wants to maintain his existence at the cost of others. Killing so many animals, he can keep up his own body, mind, everything. Here. Otherwise it is impossible. Without exploration, one can't stand here in this plane. But there, self-distribution, not exploitation. The soul's upper, from soul to upper direction, not super subjective, but super sympathetic, super loving. That is this affection. From the standpoint of affection, that is also superior to superior. So generally, the call from that land will come to us naturally. Anyhow, run away from the dangerous zone. যারে দেখো তারে কহো কৃষ্ণ উপদেশ আমার আজ্ঞায়. I say, intimate, anyone, everyone, come out to the safe position. That was the imperative call of Mahaprabhu. Danger, that is underground, all this, what is, barud, barudke ki bole? Barud, by which this bomb is prepared.
Mine? A mine?
Not mine, of course, that is an weapon. But the powder, powder, gunpowder, something like that.
Dynamite.
That is there. And so, anyhow, through any agent, take them out of the dangerous position. And the safe position is Krishna. Yare dekho tare kaho Krishna. That I told that education minister of Madras. I saw him as I am going to visit your land to preach. I want one recommendation letter from you. That man told, oh, Swamiji, you don't know the language of my district. And then what we will do there, going there. I hear him reply that suppose I have gone to your district and passing by a tank and one boy is drowning. Should I go to learn your language and then to inform the boy is drowning? We feel so much urgency. That everyone is dying every moment, every second, and we have come to help them with that sort of urgency. So I shall try to find a translator, mediator. কি বলে কি ভাষান্তর করে?
Interpreter.
Interpreter, mediator.
Anyhow, one who will translate.
Interpreter.
Interpreter, not interpreter. Anyhow, I shall secure, and what I have to say, I shall say them. With such urgency, we are wandering through the length and the breadth of the country, not wasting time for learning language and then to say that you are in danger. What is this? So, যারে দেখো তারে কহো কৃষ্ণ উপদেশ আমার আজ্ঞায় হইয়া তার দেশ. Mahaprabhu's call was such urgent. He felt anyhow reach this that they are in danger and there is their hope. Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Gaur Hari Gaur, Gaur Hari Gaur, Gaur Hari Gaur. Our Guru Maharaj began with such mad intensity. Sakhi Babu told me that this Kunja Babu, Prabhupada was almost alone at that time in Chaitanya Math. And the Sakhi Babu and the Kunja Babu went to see him after the samadhi of his Guru, the Guru Kishore Baba. Sakhi Babu told that he is trying his best to make something to understand, to inform us. His face has become red. Of course, he is speaking Bengali, and they are also Bengalis. But we can't understand what he says. Giving much impression, his face is red. Sometimes he's getting slapped on the table. And we felt that he wants to devour us something immediately. But we can't, we are like dull when we are sitting on Kailas. We are Kailas. He can't, he is not able to produce any impression on us. But he is not, he's not being discouraged, going on with his own sentiment or something like that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What necessity Swami Maharaj had in him, he took the risk of going to abroad and so helplessly, without any provision for his food and the clothing also in that foreign land, unknown quarter, took the risk of his life and got down there, quite empty. Only capital, the sweet will of Krishna. The sweet will of Krishna, the autocrat. He may do or he may not care. But only his capital was his will, his Guru's suggestion from his Guru he caught, and he thought, the Krishna will help me. With this capital he went there, empty-handed. But what grand success we see in his activity. Gaud Hari Gaud, Gaud Hari Gaud. We are not courageous enough, but he had the courage, practical courage. And he showed it, proved to the world. There's still some unknown help can be got. Not only in the time of Christ and the other Messiah, but still that is continuing. He is there and he can do miracle. His little wish can show the miracle to the world. Adbhutakram. Adbhutakram. One stride is one. Every stride is one. One stride is sufficient to cover the whole world. Gaud Hari Gaud, Gaud Hari Gaud. In famine we do not get a glass of water for drinking. And when there is flood, there is no water everywhere. How we will be saved from water. His will is such. We are infinitesimal. He is infinite. So it will be the best interest of the infinitesimal to connect with the infinite. No greater prospect can be than this connection, this attempt to connect. Once in Bombay, our Guru Maharaj told, a poor girl, nothing, even nothing to eat and clothing. But if she is married to a rich man, then by that connection, she becomes master of so much wealth. So, we have nothing, but if we can have some affectionate connection with Krishna, everything belongs to Krishna. So I have got everything at my disposal. Only through the link of love it may be possible. So the highest prospect, through love we can attain. Even the Krishna, who is the monarch of everything, he becomes my friend, and he comes to satisfy me. What are other things? Gold, holy gold, gold. Mahaprabhu has given such key in your hand. You infinitesimal soul, go and become master of the whole. Only connect with the real master in the thread of love. Such high position, highest of the high. It is in your fate, in your fortune. Only link it. The possibility, the prospect is so great. Try to link yourself with that tie. There is such subtle tie. Thread is possible. You can tie with the absolute. I am giving you the clue. Don't pray for anything but take his name. And whatever he will give you of his own accord, accept that. Don't pray. If you pray for anything, that will be your loss. Don't pray, only one him, pray him, and not anything which he can give. Love, his attraction. His service, that is your object of prayer, nothing else. Then we will be loser. Gaur Hari Bol, 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 Gaur Hari Bol. Not only to save the mortal souls, mortal jiva, but this is the highest prospect you have to link them with such noble and magnanimous, to the highest degree, to come to the fold of Mahaprabhu, Sri Gauranga Dev, to have the clue that the Krishna says that the type of their approach in the Vrindavan divine love can move me to such a great extent that I think whatever little they give to me, think I cannot clear their debt. I think myself that I am indebted to them. I can't clear their debt. Such fine chord they touch in me when they come through the Braja conception of love, prem. The prem that is found in Vrindavan, when anyone comes to approach me with that type of service, I forget myself fully. And I think my fine chord is touched in such a way that I think if I give them wholesale, still I am in debt. Such thing which can never be conceived, given by Mahaprabhu, Radha Govinda himself combined, and themselves combined. What more we may expect? We tiny souls, what may be our expectation more, any more, can we conceive? Never. Gold Hari Bol, Gold Hari Bol, Gold. Jai Gaur. Jai Gaur. Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Jai Gaur. Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari. Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Jai Bine Bhai, Radha Krishna paite nahi, Diriho Kori, Dharani Tai Pai. Where should we go? Everywhere, everywhere we find the highest position. Infinite is such. Whatever point we touch, in whatever side we approach, that is infinite. Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu, Krishna, Radharani, Yashodham friend. Whichever way we shall approach, the absolute. That everyone, our Guru Maharaj, when anything cooked well and distributed to him, served to him, and someone is asking, what are which of the vegetables, the cooked vegetable, is more tasteful? When someone is asking to him, he says, everything is better than everything. Everything is better than everything. That was a peculiar answer. This is the best and this is the next. No. Everything is better than everything. Now you understand what. Whatever side we shall approach, we shall find, oh, this is what can satisfy my heart's thirst. Gold Hari Bol, Gold Hari Bol, Gold Hari Bol, Gold Hari Bol, Gold Hari Bol. Everything in his own position is the best. It means that. Generally, before joining Gaudiya Mata, that is hearing our Guru Maharaj, we thought the Rupa Goswami's position is higher, and the Sahajiya section. Rup Sanatan, they gave signature to the Digvijay. It did not came in discussion, but Jiva Goswami could not tolerate. He came to discuss with the Digvijay and defeated him, and then asked, now you should try to find the higher plane from which my Guru Rup Sanatan did not like to give you signature. They did not like to come down to such a plane. That does not mean that they are not scholars. Only to teach you that I have come to discuss with you. Otherwise, I would also have given my sign. But you would have been deceived thereby. So, for your benefit, I had to come to discuss with you about the Shastri Siddhanta. So, some amongst the Sahajiyas, Jiva Goswami was a Vaishnava of lower order. But we came to hear from Guru Maharaj, no, he is also perfect in his own point of service. Different departments, and every department is perfect in his own way. So Jiva Goswami had his allotted service of that type. And there he is perfect. It's not less. This alternative is necessary. And also we are told that Kaviraj Goswami says, after writing this book, they who will read this book at present or in future, I am hankering for their feet dust. Feet dust. Everyone will read my book in future also. From here I show my obeisance to the future generation. I am very low, lowest of the low, I am. But only the incalculable grace of the divinity has helped me to write this book. I have nothing this way. But on the other hand, Vrindavan Das Thakur, he has written, I am appealing to the public from all respects, with all my might, accept. Try to understand who is Nityananda, who is Gauranga. They are so great, so magnanimous, so merciful. Still, if anyone does not accept them for his own pride, I like to kick on his head with my left foot. He said like, এত পরিহারেও যে পাপী নিন্দা করে তবে লাথি মারো তার শিরে মাথায়. Of course, apparently it is a very proud statement. Kaviraj Goswami was a Vaishnava of higher type and the Vrindavan Das of lower type. But to my wonder, I got interpretation from Guru Maharaj one day when he is speaking to someone in side issue. He mentioned the Vrindavan, the blamers of Gaur Nityananda, who had no other alternative, hereby, by giving his punishment, he has given some clue for their fate to come in the camp of Gaur Nityananda. They are lost finally. But only because Vrindavan Das Thakur has punished in such a way. So Krishna's sympathy will come in that way to capture them, to take them in. He has made the way by such a statement, undesirable statement, to see power. He has given some connection of them to come to Krishna consciousness. You follow, am I clear? No? Krishna will think, oh, my beloved servant has treated them so rudely, so he will come to nurture, to take care of those fellows. Suppose if a child is quarreling and beating another child, the mother of the child, whose child is beating another, he will come to show sympathy to the other child who is done wrong by his own child. So, the Vrindavan Das Thakur, the devotee of Nityananda, he has dealt cruelly with someone. The Nityananda Guru will come and to help him, to console him. No, but my child has did something wrong. Don't mind, you come and take food in my house in this way. Who had no other way But Vrindavan Thakur, by dealing punishment to him, speaking ill of them, has connected them with the Supreme. As I heard first from the lips of my Guru Maharaj. They are so harmonizing. The harmony comes to what extent? Adjustment to the distance, the greatest distance, even crossing the limit it is going to take in. So, any punishment from the side of the devotee draws sympathy of the higher region towards that punished person. Hari Krishna, Hari, Gaur Hari, Gaur Hari, Gaur Hari, Gaur Hari. So Vatirik, which is negative, is also being into the positive. Pratikul is being connected Anukul. That is indirect. Indirect is being converted into direct. Anukulasya Sangha. Anukullenu Krishna Anusilam. So some Pratikula Anusilam, that is being converted into Anukulla Padiva. Indirect is being converted into direct side. Everything is there, direct or indirect. But we find that indirect is being converted into direct. So conversion is possible everywhere. Change. Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Gaur Hari Bol, Jai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Gaur Hari Bol.
आपके नाम में नहीं
কে?
आगे
ইচ্ছা তো ছিল একবার দেখবার।
চলুন তাহলে আমারও কাজ আরম্ভ হয়ে যায়
হ্যাঁ?
কাজ আটকে আছে
এখন কত বাজলো?
9টা বেজে গেছে
So today I take your leave now.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Om
Om
Vishnu
Vishnu
Pad,
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai.
Bhakti Vakakshya
Jai.
Goswami Maharaj ki jai.
Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj ki jai. Shri Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Akayavanda Maharaj, Shri Krishna Maharaj, Aranya Maharaj, Padma Maharaj, any other, Giri Maharaj, Bharati Maharaj, Aga Maharaj ki jai, Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Gaur Hari Bol.